Huge breaking news is that certain nameless person is busted hiring an alleged scammer and a fraud because, get this, she wanted to take JD down, so she went after his supporters, saying all of those that were speaking out for him, yeah, they were frauds, they were scammers, they were bots. Now this gets crazy too. Why? Because this alleged scammer and a fraud, they were tasked by that certain nameless person to track you. That's right. They've been running reports on your activity, tracking you day in, day again, and they brag about it and openly. Yeah, not only is this person tracking anyone that dares mention that certain nameless person or replies to said tweets or is mentioned in said tweets, here you have one report. There are many of them, by the way, tracking almost 10,000 people, but they may have a very telling history, one that includes scamming people with electronic currency. You can see this mentioned here in November 8th, 2014. Now, if you think that's spicy, you ain't seen nothing yet. Allegedly, you also have that same technology that's being utilized to defend that nameless person, also going after people that have been scammed. That's right. The same stuff calling JD supporter bots also calls the victims of that bots as well. You call out a scam, you get grifted out of money. Oh, nope, that didn't happen to you. Why? You're a bot. Yeah, fun times, huh? Fun times indeed. Oh, man, so hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. I hope you are doing excellently. First and foremost, this connection between that certain nameless person and this person, it is verified. How do I know that? Well, it not only came up in the Times of London, but also on this person's website. They brag about it. You can see it here. And by the way, they decided today they were going to brag about all of this stuff on Twitter, saying they were going to get people suspended. And this right here, it sets off a lot of other things that basically end up getting them exposed as an alleged scammer and fraud. Listen to this post, by the way. Remember, when I exposed the hate accounts targeting that nameless person, and then the hate accounts, they started targeting me, many of those accounts are now suspended, and they are about to have some company. Look at the popcorn, and the links right here, they verify that this is indeed that person too. Now, the connection that's being bragged about, and yes, I did redact that name, by the way, but it is very easy to find. But the connection, it is directly with that nameless person. You see Kaplan, Hecker, and Fink noted. Those are the representatives for that nameless person, contacting this person and asking them specifically to investigate whether the actress, quote unquote, had been the victim of an ongoing targeted harassment and smear campaign. Now, all of this ended up in court documentation as well. Counterclaims by a certain nameless person. You can see all of that right here talking about, those pesky bots and trolls. Look, they probably belong to a certain country. And by the way, we're going to focus on specific people, pointing them out. Why? Because we got to have somebody to point at and say, there's the bad guy. Yeah, really, when you think about this alone, this is crazy enough, right? At the bequest of that nameless person, you have almost 10,000 Twitter users tracked, 9,793. Why? Because they recently tweeted something with that person's name in it, or they replied to something where someone posted about that nameless person, or they were mentioned in said tweets. That's crazy, right? What's more, and again, you have to remember, this was done at the request of that nameless person. You have a top 10 influencer list that's being collected. And remember, I did an expose not too long ago talking about doxing, talking about false police reports being filed and on. Yeah, who exactly do you think that might be pointed at? Gets the old noggin jogging, doesn't it? Now, I want to give credit where credit is due, by the way, and I want you to be able to look at the entirety of screenshots and judge everything for yourself, so you should definitely check out this person's posting. This, by the way, is not the only thread about all of it. Oh no, there is a lot of stuff posted. There are a lot of screenshots. The evidence out there, whew, man, it does not look good at all. Now, I don't want to go through each and every screenshot, but I do want to show you a few. Why? Because allegedly, this person is not only a scammer and a fraud, they've been at it for quite some time. If you look at this here, for example, this is about them. It comes from November 8th, 2014, and it talks about them already being a well-known scammer, planning to exit that electronic currency scene, but while they're doing it, they're going to create something fake, and they're going to run away with as much money as possible. Now, this post right here from 2020, it goes even further. The thing that I found interesting about it is there's two names associated here. You have a business name, you have a personal name, and interestingly, both of those names are associated with a certain nameless person. So, personal name, aka business name, aka known certain type of scammer. And you notice I've redacted this picture here too. I believe you took this picture, right? A lot of people bought these cards from you, but they were never shipped. Why do you refuse to refund them? And you notice hundreds of people like this post. A lot of people, they seem to be on that. Yeah, gets the old noggin jogging, like I said before, right? Now, here's a post from 2021, and I thought that this was fascinating because it links an individual name, it links a company name, and it asks a very interesting question. Quote, "One must ask why, this is personal name redacted. I know you search your name, saying you'll find this post. I'm asking you, I'm calling you out. Doesn't have, this is the company name as part of his LinkedIn profile. Why is that part of his career not highlighted? Would it be because of the people he scammed with a certain type of scheme?" The craziest accusation, though, it is this one right here. Now this, it's connected to the one about cards not being sent out, and the person that posted this, the one that 300 people plus they signed off on, yeah, that person, they just got called a bot and they got blocked from the same technology protecting that nameless person. Quote, "Apparently his bot identifying app has identified you as a bot. Ha ha. This was clearly his latest grift to get a bunch of gullible libs to use his app." And you can see the screenshots here. The first one is him talking about his app in action on his account. After he just enabled it, he set the filters to it. And if you look at the second screenshot, the person that posted this, they're included. Yeah, isn't it interesting that the person pointing the finger at thousands and thousands of people saying you're scammers and frauds in the employment of somebody that screwed over a charity, that lied about things publicly and on, happens to have these types of skeletons in their closet? But anyway, let me know what you think about it. And as always, appreciate the heck out of you. You make this possible, so thank you. Want to help out the channel in different ways? There are links in the description. Check those out for sure. But you being here, that matters. So thank you. Appreciate you. Ending here. See you later.